Greetings, Daniel Tall here. I'm going to do a detailed walkthrough of how to use UrbanPaint. It won't take us very long to demonstrate this parametric streetscape builder, an urban design tool. So I took the line tool, I'm just going to draw a line 3,000 feet in length. If I want to, I can actually do arcs as well, and that would work just as fine. In fact, let's just go try that arc and I'll show you how that works. I'm going to select build an UrbanPaint profile. You can also load profiles, you can create your own, and it will open up the UrbanPaint dialog. You can create an asymmetrical or a symmetrical road. The asymmetrical roads lets you input in additional parameters for the other side of the street. Symmetrical obviously will do one set of parameters for the street, and this whole menu is linear. So I'm going to click next. I can do the total number of lanes. Let's do 4 lanes, we'll make them 12 feet. Hit next. And I can do just typical street striping down the middle, a solid or double line. I'm actually not going to do any striping like this because I'm going to add a median because I have a median option. There's several different parking and shoulder options. You can adjust the parking and shoulder widths. There are default values set for everything, so you don't have to really think about it. Then you can click on striping and you can see the dialog window here. The thumbnail will update. So there's parallel, so that's just a line across, diagonal, and that's set to 16.5 feet in terms of the width. Stall parking on the rare occasions that you need to do head in, and then also just a street shoulder. I'm going to go with stalls and go to next. You can do a bike lane, adjust the width of the bike lane, do 6 feet here, and then you can include striping. There's single and solid, and this is the first release of UrbanPaint. I'm hoping over time to include many more options. You can include paint, just to highlight it a little bit. I'm going to go to the next option, which is curbs. You can adjust the curb height. It defaults at 6 inches. I'm going to do 8 inches here just to demonstrate it. And you can do a European striping. What I'm referring to is a black and white curb or standard. Do the black and white curb. You can include a median, and there's 4 types of medians. There's the raised concrete, there's the planter median, striped median, and just if you need it, a median barrier wall. I'm going to click on striped median, make sure I reset this to a value that's appropriate. I'll do 12 feet. I'm going to go next. I can include walks, I can do a detached or attached walk. We're going to do a detached walk, do a 10-foot walk, and we'll keep that at 8 feet detached area and click on next. And at any point you can go back up through any of these options and adjust them if you want. It doesn't matter, just all. And you'll see that the current street width is also adjusting with it. Go back down. So now I can do a variety of different things to these walks. So I can do a tree lawn, planter area, and you can adjust the planter's heights. You can do an amenity zone, and even adjust if you need to the textures just for some variety. I'm going to hit next, and then I can add to the sidewalk trees, tree grates, pedestrian lights, benches, all the way down to parking meters. I'm going to click on trees. There's a tree library here. Click on that, and I can select which trees I would want. I'm going to go with, let's do some palms. We'll do some variety there. We can add tree grates. We'll add some tree grates here. Let's do 8x5. Add a pedestrian light. You can adjust the spacing and where it starts relative to all the other objects. Do a standing light here. Add some benches as well. You can always add to these libraries if you want to. I'm going to click on this banner light. We'll do this hockey puck one. Parking meters, do those as well. And then I'll click on next. And now I'm on to buildings. So buildings have a variety of different options. The setback, how far away from the edge of the walk they are. We'll do a 1 foot setback. And then you can set a range and it'll randomize it of the distance between the buildings. So we'll do 3 feet and then let's do 12 feet. And it'll randomize these buildings between there. You have single family homes, 1 story, 2 story, all the way through to these really tall buildings. We're going to uncheck these. In my typical for these demos, I like to do 1 to 6 story because that's pretty typical of most streets. So there I have all these settings complete. I'm going to click on save. I'm going to save the profile, and that way I can always reload it, and I'll show you how that's done in another video. Click on save, and now I'm going to click on build profile. And it built the profile for me. I'm going to zoom in. Let's take a look at it. There you have it. It built the streetscape for us. If we'd added more arc segments, we could have made a smoother road. There's the striping, the benches, the pedlights, everything's there. The next thing we can do, and I'm going to do it also in a separate video, but I'll show you how it's done just real quickly right now, is build some intersections. Quickly show you how the intersection tool works here. Just connecting these. So I could just have them as one edge so I can run them. I'm going to load a profile this time. We're going to go and load the profile we just created. Hit open, and UrbanPaint's going to load up with all our previous options. You can see there's the buildings, there's the building setbacks. Here in this case, maybe we make this a residential neighborhood. And we'll do 10 feet between neighbors to 16 feet. And then at the very top, we have the option to include traffic lights, stop signs, or none. I'm going to hit include pedestrian crossing and do traffic lights here. I'll save this profile again, another demo profile, and hit save. And then I'm going to click build profile. And just a quick note here, it might take it anywhere from 10 seconds to a minute or 2 to process any given profile, so just be patient with it. It is building a lot of geometry. And so it does work out. I'm just going to pause here the video. Oh, there it goes. It's finished for us right when I said that. And obviously this is just make-believe, but to highlight the intersections here and how they were created and the functions behind them. And that's the basic approach to using UrbanPaint. It's a pretty effective tool, and the next video I'll cover each of the more options, including intersections, profiles, and the parking tool with a bit more detail.